Hello, this is Sherry Sherrill. I am here to give you a brief introduction to our first chapter, chapter one, which is going to be covering some kind of the introduction to psychology, some of the history, the theoretical perspectives, which is really, really important for not only this class, but for other classes as well. So let me just close this and I can show you some of the resources that you have in Blackboard. All right, so in Blackboard for this very first chapter, I've put a note asking students to just familiarize themselves with the resources that I give for each chapter. You'll have the chapter learning objectives, which I'll go over in a moment, the PowerPoint presentation, which is available to you, and it's the same that I use typically when I do my lecture videos. The outline, I want to show you how to use that, and then the online textbook links so that if you ever feel like I haven't explained something enough, you can utilize the online textbook. But I will tell you, the vast majority of my students never use the online textbook because I take it as a personal ethical obligation to teach my students. So I tell you everything that you're going to need to know. So let's take a moment and look at the learning objectives specifically for chapter one. You do need to be able to define psychology. And I am hoping, if you don't already agree after watching the video, that you will eventually develop an understanding that psychology is a science. And I am more than open to any discussion and or debate that any of you have about this topic, either in person in my office or online. Just let me know. Identify the major historical contributions to the discipline of psychology, demonstrate an understanding of the various fields of specialization in psychology, discuss the factors that influence the development of an individual's theoretical perspective, demonstrate knowledge and understanding of major perspectives in psychology, such as the biological or medical, can also be called the biomedical, and so on, cognitive, behavioral, psychodynamic, humanistic, evolutionary, and cross-cultural. Explain the similarities and differences between a psychologist and a psychiatrist. And then finally, in closing with chapter one, identify and apply the APA, the American Psychiatric Association Code of Ethics, to ethical issues in real life research and professional situations. So those are the things you're going to be learning in here. Now, I will tell you that a fairly large portion of my students, because I try to ask for feedback, have told me that this was the chapter they found the most boring. And I do apologize for that. We consider this kind of the foundation. If you're not a psychology major, I get that the history of psychology may not be, of great interest to you, but the theoretical perspectives, again, I think even though these are within psychology, I think you'll find that you can apply these in everyday life, learning about the different fields of specialization so you know and are aware of the different professions that are out there. Maybe you're an undecided major and this sparks your interest. Contact me, we'll chat. Um, just let me show you the outline. And again, you're not required to print these. However, they can be very helpful. Most outlines, not all, will have videos to watch. Now, these are not required. It's not a graded assignment, but it's another video that you might find interesting. And it could supplement what I teach. As you go through, you're going to be learning about these different terms. And what I tell students is use your outline as a checklist as you're starting to prepare, because how many times have you wasted time studying things you already know? So get a couple different highlighters. And when you really understand something, if you totally understand, which you should, the behavioral approach under the different theoretical perspectives, highlight that one color and then don't waste your time studying that anymore. Things that really confuse you, highlight a particular color and then reach out to me on Blackboard and hopefully I can clear that up for you. before it's time for the test. So again, this is meant to help you not only to make certain that you've understood everything, that you've covered everything that you're supposed to, but that it can help you with time management as well. So again, this is for chapter one. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, or even feedback or how I can make this class better or this chapter better, please reach out to me. Thank you.